Sit back and relax for an evening with the Thamesmen.
George!
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, how are you?
Good, thank you very much. Very good.
How's the weather up there?
You know, it's absolutely dreadful, which is that's why you asked. Good Englishman at heart.
Has it flooded your studio yet?
On the way.
Have you got sandbags up this time?
I've got my children getting the wood out and the saws, and they're going to build me a boat.
An ark, are you?
An ark.
Okay,
three
right.
children.
Well, apparently that rain's on its way here. It's going to come down here to LA tonight, and thank God, that's what we say. But
Hang on.
Oh yes, sorry.
We have people.
Sorry.
Good evening. My name is Alex. I'm in San Francisco.
I'm George, and this is the weather forecast.
Yes.
And I'm in Los Angeles.
And do you think you got a low-budget light entertainment reaction channel? No, but being true Englishmen, we just like to chat about the weather.
All we ever talk about is the weather. Nothing else, really. The weather and the
There's
tea.
nothing better than having a cup of tea, putting you one hand behind your back, leaning at the window, going on top of your toes and grumbling about the weather like it's nasty out there.
I vote for umbrellas on election day. So yeah, I was talking about already there.
Yeah, and we've got so many different words for rain.
Yeah, huh? I like mizzle's my favourite.
Mizzle. I reckon if you had Welsh children, you could call the girl Mizzle.
Yeah.
And you could call the boy Drizzle.
Mizzle and Drizzle.
Mizzle and Drizzle. What's a good Welsh surname?
Yeah.
Jones.
Jones.
Mizzle, Drizzle. Jones, come here. No.
Drizzle is so light that it can look like mist. We can also say that it is only spitting. Spitting is even lighter than drizzling.
No, I'm sorry. Anyone who's Welsh, the Welsh aren't watching, you know why? Because you've got to be on the internet. A good cup of tea and a slag off of the Welsh.
Nothing gets better than that. Yeah.
Right. What have you got for us tonight, Drizzle?
This is actually pretty random, honestly. And it's a band. And they play music.
Yeah, well, working on... Yeah. Pretty thin knowledge have we got here? You trying to check it out?
Oh, yeah, sorry, the name. The band name is called the Black Pumas.
Right.
The track is called Colors. And this is a performance they did at a radio station in Austin, KUTX. And so it is a sort of live to radio kind of performance, which I think is one of my favorite at the moment because they do a great quality. They're playing as a band. And it's just beautifully produced. You can really get to hear a band properly, I think. So
did you literally just roll up your sleeve and put your hand into the stump of despair and pull this one out?
My hand in the stump of despair is purely random. I have not watched the video. I was just scanning around through like some of these radio stations and some of their performances, and it looked interesting. I thought, let's do it.
All right, well, let's do
decisive.
It. All right.
Let's do some research later and find out more about them.
Yeah.
Maybe we could take like a little advert break afterwards and we could just check it out and see where we're at.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Boing. Are you ready? Count me in.
Are you ready?
I am.
3, 2, 1, go. Lovely sound.
I woke up to the morning sky first.
Wow.
Baby blue just like the rest. When I get slip off this ground. I shake leaves back down to the brown, 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 till I'm clean. Then I walk where I'll be shaded by the trees, by a meadow of green, for about a mile. I'm headed to town, 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 in style. Somebody help me sing a song. With all my favorite colors, yes ma'am. I got all my favorite colors right on. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. A good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors, colors. And my sisters and my brothers, they see them like no other. Oh, my favorite color. Take me to the other side, where the baby blues birds fly, sing fly. And gray clouds, or white walls, or blue skies, we gon' fly, feel alright. Somebody help me feel alright out there. Now we gon' yeah. And they sound like a yeah. The least I can say, I anticipate a homecoming parade as we renegade in the morning rain. My favorite colors, yes sir. I got all my favorite colors, yes ma'am. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors, yeah. Hold on. It's a good day to me, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, they see them like no other. Oh, my favorite color, yeah. Baby, when I feel the tune in this love machine, oh my God, hold on, I'm on the other side, where the baby blues birds fly, and white walls, or white walls, or blue skies, we gon' fly, feel alright. Black Pumas help Austin feel alright. Now we gon' yeah. They sound like a yeah. The least I can say, I anticipate a homecoming parade as we renegade in the morning for you, Austin, with all my favorite colors. Come and get closer, baby. On the other side, oh. Bring them back round so they can feel the colors lifting off the ground. All my favorite colors,
Oh my!
I freaking loved that.
God, oh my, that was disgusting.
That was so good. That was you know me, I have a thing about
Hammond B3 and
Hammond B3, of course, but a mashed potato. But I have a thing about great sounding audio, like when you can hear every breath and nuance, and when it's just like, I mean, I love a bit of garage band. I love a bit of like the sort of 60s psychedelia and all that stuff. But I do love like where you hear the music and you can hear everything, and that was perfect. His voice, oh my God.
I don't know where to start. Well, first, let's start with the singer. Just remarkable.
Yeah, just
his
brilliant.
Range, his harmonies, his presence,
his soul, though, his absolute.
Well, we got taken to church by him.
Totally, that was a church song there.
Yeah, it was just an enigmatic, magnetic performance by him. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Effortless as well. Then we switch over to that guitar sound, that solo. The guitar sound he had on that was wild.
Yeah. You know, it was just everything about it was just perfect. And then the backing singers, the harmonies,
brilliant.
And just the feeling in the song. You can't put into words. Just like that was pure professional musicians. That wasn't people messing around.
No,
that was the real freaking deal right there.
Well, only one complaint. I wished the keyboard player actually played on a Fender Rhodes.
Or Hammond or something like that. And, you know, maybe...
The Nord. He had a Nord and he had a smaller Nord and it didn't have the range or the depth. And that... Look, don't get me wrong, that's expensive.
But also that's probably a practical thing, because when they do these radio station shows, they go in for like an hour, they record tracks, they're on tour, they run in, they do it, they run out again. You know, it's not like a big setup, it's not like a studio session. You know, it's like you just do what you can.
Very true. I don't know what he normally plays with. I just missed the clunk of the Rhodes in there. That's all. And he probably has got a Rhodes. And you're right.
I'm sure if they did it in a studio, they'd do it with that kind of thing.
And the drummer, he had a great Gretsch kit as well. I mean, they sounded. You're right. You were just really polished professional musicians. A lot of them.
Yeah, I slightly. I tell you what. Let's come back with the story in a minute. I want to look up a little bit on them. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll jump back in again. And so let's go to adverts, and we'll be straight back in a minute. Hang around. We'll be back.
Don't talk.
Ooh, you're looking good. Got the style that flows.
National with tomorrow's fashions today will make you the star of the disco crowd. Get your National credit card in just 90 seconds. Buy it today. Be a disco star tonight. Check us out downtown on Randolph Street, Lincoln near Belmont, Halsted at 63rd. National will help you be the star of the disco crowd.
National clothes.
You don't need a crystal ball to know that a guaranteed $1,000 a month for life would let you enjoy some of the things you've always wanted to do. Buy a Cash for Life lottery ticket. You could win $1,500 or $250 a month for life, or one of more than 16,000 cash prizes. For $2, you get a chance for a lifetime of security.
It's a Cash for Life lottery.
Support the Ontario Association for the Mentally Retarded and win for life. Don't talk back.
Welcome back.
All right. Okay. Now, so what did you learn, Barbara?
Oh, well, the Internet Machine. Brilliant. Yeah. They're actually a band from Austin. So that performance was 2019. They're described as an American psychedelic soul band.
Yeah, man. I'm all about that.
Yeah, exactly. That hits all our buttons, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Really, just the word psychedelic and soul, put it together, boom, you've got us straight away.
We're there. Yeah, let's carry on. So basically the sort of two main members are the singer, whose name's Eric Burton, and then the guitarist, as you pointed out, is spectacular, Adrian Quesada, he's the guitarist producer. So, I think what I also read was they've just been nominated for 3 Grammys. So, like album of the year and all sorts of stuff. So I think we better go and listen to some more of this band because
So if anyone's listening here, we probably, we picked up a big track or whatever. I'm sure they've got a lot of tracks that we can get into. So, if you could put down there what tracks we want to go on next. This really, really, really floats my boat, this band.
Yeah,
they just hit every. They've got fingers, and I have buttons, and they hit every single button. They really did.
That was a really fun track, wasn't it? It was I just it reminded me of I went out on Saturday night. I think I told you. I didn't tell all of you guys, but I went out. There is a restaurant in LA, and if any of you are ever in LA, there's a restaurant in Toluca Lake called Verse, which has the ultimate sound system, and they did a recording session there for a band, and it was I'm not big on jazz, honestly. I'm not big. I don't really get it.
I can tell by your hair.
Yeah, I'm not intelligent enough for jazz. I can't tell when it's good or bad. And
the thing is that bad jazz is good jazz. That's the ironic
it's a fine
thing
line, isn't it? It's kind of like it's like cool, not cool.
Do you know what my dad said when you play a wrong note?
It's jazz.
No, he said play it again, then it's jazz. And it's so true. If you hit a wrong note, play it again and play it again and play it again.
Confident in it.
Then it's jazz.
There's jazz. Okay, all right. But anyway, so I went out to this restaurant first, and they did a recording session, and they had this guy called Terrace Martin, who's produced really big names. And then he brought on his friend Kamal Washington, I think it was, who was this tenor sax player. And then there was a lady, I can't remember her name. She was a daughter of one of the Isley brothers. And oh my God, it was like a sort of jazz, and they had a double bassist and a pianist and a drummer, my God. And my whole point of this is the sound, when you have amazing musicians and it sounds spectacular, even if it isn't your genre, you can still be completely blown away by it and have a magical, amazing time. And I think this band, Black Pumas, are of that ilk. I love that soul, but if you didn't, I think you could still get off on this band.
Who did who does the sound of that restaurant?
Who does the sound? I mean, they've got it's associated with a recording studio called Larrabee Studios, which is the top recording studio, probably one of them in the world. And there's a chap there called Manny Morrican, who's a producer, and he loves great food and great wine and great spirits, and so he built this restaurant. But it's literally got $500,000 worth of sound padding on the walls. And then It's got this sound system, which is called a Maya, I guess super geeky, Maya Constellation. It's 64 speakers in the restaurant. How many times do you go to a restaurant and you can't hear the person you're with? Or if you can't hear the playlist or the music because it's so tinny and nasty.
Totally.
This place, they tune the sound for every table.
Wow.
It is like nothing you've ever experienced. And then when they have a live band play, maybe I'll put a picture up down here just to show, but it was one of the most amazing nights. I spent a lot of money, but it was worth every penny.
Well, they got it. They got 64 speakers. They might have 65 tomorrow. The George speaker.
Anyway, that's completely. But I'm just saying, the point of sound, great musicians make something that is sublime.
Back to the track. That's all right. I find it really cool. The Black Pumas. We're going to give it a wang or banger now. Wang or banger, George?
It's a total banger, of course. Absolute banger.
And it's not just that; it's a new banger. It's a new banger for us as well. So
but it's a huge. It's big.
Why don't we just call it a new huge banger?
That was a new huge banger. Okay,
put it down there. It's a new huge banger. Oh man, like and subscribe if you're still here, and drop the track that we've got to do next of theirs, because I really, really want to check it out.
That was fun. Real fun track.
Good.
All right, let's do more.
Take care. See you in the morning.
See ya.